It's Rose, back at it again with a new video. So today I thought I'd go over with you some fun cashiering stories that have happened to me. I have worked at two different locations for cashiering. One was like a grocery store, one was not. So, as I was working at this grocery store as a cashier, it's a fresh market produce kind of thing. Like, it's varying for like the best produce it's supposed to be apparently there, but honestly, I don't know about that. Anyway, I was there. It was like a Saturday, I believe. And this was like a year or two ago. Um, I was checking people out. It was super busy. I had a line constantly throughout the day. I was there for a long day. Like, it was like one of those 8-hour days, and I was like 16, 17 at the time. And this one couple comes in, and I'm checking them out. They're being a bit rude. Like, I'm like, how are you? Like, I'm trying to be positive and peppy, even though it's like a long day. Like, it's stressful for me. And they're being like, yeah, it's fine. Thanks. Bag of potatoes I'm checking out. And the price was like $2.99, give or take. It was like somewhere up there. And the man, he was just like, that's supposed to be 99 cents. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'll check. And so we have phones right by our thing to like call the departments and be like, hey, like, what's the price of this and all of that stuff. So like I call produce, like it's taking a bit long because like we're super busy. They're probably busy back there. And I'm just like, hey, like this man has like this red bag of potatoes, like here's the how much it weighs, here's all of this, like they said they sold it for 99 cents, but it's ringing up 2.99. Like, can you go check for me? And they're like, yeah, okay. So they go and check. They're like, yeah, it's 2.99. It's 99 cents for the white bag of potatoes. And all while I'm checking this, the man is trying to show me a sign on his phone. Like, he took a picture of the sign to show me. And it's just like, I don't care. You could have taken that weeks ago. Like, you don't really know. Like, he's being so rude and hostile. And I like called, I'm like, yeah, like I just called an S. They said it was $2.99 for this bag, but it's 99 cents for the white bag of potatoes. And they're like, I don't care. Like, this was under this sign, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, whoa, like, what is happening? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's not the right sign. And that's for the one that's next to it. Like, it was literally right next to it. Right directly next to it. Because there was two bags of potatoes, white and red. And the white was here, the red was here. The sign was just like somewhere like in the middle of the two, but then the red sign was like further to the right. Guys like trying to get the bag of potatoes for 99 cents, and it's like, bro, like, and this entire time, I'm feeling so awkward. I hate confrontation. Like, I was like, bro. And so I end up calling over my manager because I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this. No. So they come over and they're just like, they have to call the store director because that's how much of this fucking asshole is being to them. So, store director comes, he's talking. This is like a 10-minute encounter, okay? 10 minutes. And this entire time, there was a line out my register. So far back, going into the thing, so many people. Like, you know it was $2.99, but you're trying to get it for 99 cents. Like, bitch. Anyway, the store director ends up giving it to them for 99 cents, but I thought this encounter was like entirely rude. I wasn't a confrontational person, so I was sitting there like I was about to start crying because I hate confrontation that much that like I will literally just sit there crying because I don't know what to do. It's like, what are you gonna do? You could like deal with it or you could cry. Like younger me was like, let's just cry about it. So there was that one. And then another one that happened at the other place I was working, a hardware store. So it was also another really busy day. Like, let's just take a time to realize how many busy days there are. So many. I was checking people out, and everything. This one guy, older man, comes into my register, and I'm checking him out, and it gets to the part he put his card in, like he's about to pay. All he had to do was sign. Like, we got that far along. Like, we were down to that one portion where you just have to sign. Not to mention that at where I work, signing is just a formality. Like, it does not mean anything. If you don't want to sign, fine. That's fine. We already got the money, so it's like, don't sign, sign, whatever. It's all the same to me. Also, when you're signing, like, on my screen, it shows, like, very big, like, that person has to sign, and it takes up most of the screen, and you can't really see anything behind it, so I can't just, like, exit out of it and check to see any prices or what the items were and any of that, because it's too late at that point. So this guy was just like, how much were the buckets? And I'm just like, I don't know, like, it will print off on the receipt though. He's like, I want to see cute, like, he's like, go back. And I'm just like, you can't, like, it's too far along. Like, the only thing you have to do is, like, sign. Like, I really can't go back. And this guy has the nerve to fucking yell at me. Don't you dare lie to your customers. Like, bro, I'm not lying. At this point, you can't go back. Like, that's just how the computer is. I'm sorry. Like, I don't make the system. Sorry. So I tell the guy, and I'm just like, I'm not. You actually can't go back. And I showed him, I'm like, see, I'm hitting escape. Nothing happens. It's because our system requires that you sign. Even if you don't sign, the money already went through. He's just like, I want to talk to a manager. And I'm like, okay, so I call in my little walkie-talkie. I'm like, front end copy, because I have a walkie-talkie with me. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, hey, like, could one of the managers come down here? A guest really wants to talk to you. And they're like, yeah, what about? I was just like, he's having a problem with the system, and he wants to talk to you about it. So for my last one that I'm going to share, this happened also at the other location, not the grocery store. I was in training to be a cashier there, even though I already had previous experience, but they still have to train you for their systems and everything. So it was like my second day training, and I'm there checking all the people out. Like, I'm doing pretty good because I already know how to, like, cashier already, so it's basically just like working with their system that I'm just learning, basically. And this one older guy, are you sensing a pattern here? um, this one older guy comes into my lane, and he's fine. Like, I'm checking him out. The part where you're supposed to pay, and he paid with the card, and all he has to do is, like, sign the screen. And he stands there yelling at me, and he's just like, the government says, like, I don't have to sign this. This amendment says this. Blah, blah, blah. Stating a bunch of legal stuff that I was just sitting there like, what? I was just like, excuse me, sorry, like, I don't know what you want me to do. And so my trainer steps in. He's dealing with him. He's being just as rude to her, and we're just like, what? So we call over our manager, and she comes over, and she's giving him so much sass because he's being so incredibly rude. So, basically, all he wanted to do was refuse the signature and sign on a piece of paper. And he was being very rude about it, and we were just not following what he was trying to say. So the manager comes up, like, yeah, like, we know how to do that. They just weren't entirely sure what you were trying to tell them. Because she was trying to be like a bit polite, but she was also giving them so much sass. And then he ends up leaving. He's like, I'm going now. You all are so hostile. And we're just there, like, sitting like, bye, Felicia. No. So, but that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.